Greetings, good people. It's Hot Topics time. Happy Thursday, everybody. It is October the 19th. The year is 2023. And some of these celebrities slash entertainers got a lot going on. All right. Jeezy, he has given a statement regarding filing for divorce. Nene leaks her son is out of jail. Jussie Smollett is trying to not go to jail, trying not to go to jail. And Megan the Stallion is free at last. We're going to get into that as well. But first up, let's talk about Jeezy and Genie Ma. I know most of you are probably so tired of hearing about these two already. All right, you guys know that Jeezy, he filed for divorce from Jeannie Ma. It's been alleged that Jeannie Ma was devastated. Jeannie Ma removed Jenkins, which is her married last name, from her social media profile. Ooh, you know, anytime anyone makes any changes on Instagram or Twitter, the world stops. All right. And she recently sat down with Sherry Shepherd and conducted an interview. She is promoting a new, is it a game show? A new show that she is going to be hosting. Jeezy is out here promoting his book. And he has broken his silence after filing for divorce from Jeannie Ma, right? So it looks like both of them are ready to move on, all right? So this is according to the Jasmine brand. The rapper shocked the world by filing for divorce from the media personality in September outside of a cryptic IG post about not focusing on those who are not coming with him. Jeezy born Jay Jenkins has remained quiet on their breakup. However, it seems that he's now ready to speak on it. In a statement, he said this. All right, let's pull this statement up so you guys can see it. There it is. All right, the decision to end this chapter in my life was not made impulsively and comes with a heavy heart. Despite this, my love and respect for Jeannie remains, and the time we spent together holds a cherished place in my heart. He goes on to say, our beautiful daughter is the best gift from our relationship, and I am committed to assuring that she feels the love and stability she deserves. During this period, I kindly request that you respect our family's privacy as we focus on healing. Now, we all are going to respect your privacy, but we nosy and we want to know why you filed for divorce, all right? And hopefully the documents will remain public. We mean no harm. Most of us mean no harm. I don't. We just want to know what's going to happen and how these assets are going to be divvied up. All right. You are a public figure, child. And the fact that you are asking for privacy is very, very interesting. You should have sealed those divorce documents. And then maybe we wouldn't have known about this. Now, I did mention this before in a previous video, giving an update regarding Jeezy and Genie Ma. And when he was on Tamron Hall, I noticed that he did have on his wedding band. Jeannie did not have her wedding band on when she was on Sherry Shepherd last week. And Jeezy did not talk about his relationship whatsoever. He just strictly talked about his book, which is going to basically include how he grew up, you know, his street life, etc. I thought it was interesting. I'm going to say this again for those of you who have already heard this, pardon me. But I'm going to say this again. I thought it was very interesting that Tamron Hall did not ask him anything about his marriage, about his divorce, nothing. Has Jeezy gotten to that status of celebrity where he can tell the interviewer, hey, I'm not talking about this. Don't ask me about this. Because Tamron Hall has no problem digging in people's business. She's an investigative journalist. Now she's a talk show host and she's very good at her job. So I don't know. You mean to tell me Jeezy is out here requesting to not be asked about his divorce? Meanwhile, Ciara is still being asked about Future. They weren't even, were they married? Was she married to him or she was engaged? Anyway, she's still answering questions about Future. Anyway, what do you guys think about Jeezy giving this statement? I thought it was professionally done. I wish a lot of celebrities would utilize the option to write a professional, you know, statement. He probably has like a publicist or something like that. Look, I wish them nothing but the best. I want to know how this stuff is going to be split up. I hope that they remain on good terms and friendly for the sake of the baby, like I always say. All right, up next, Lanithia leaks. You guys know that her oldest son Bryson was recently locked up. This man, he was locked up since July, okay? And he posts bond for $6,100. So he is out of jail, okay? So according to Radar, right, Bryson was released from Gwinnett County Jail earlier this month. Documents show that Bryson posted a whopping $6,100 bond after his arrest on July 3rd. 3 months ago, Bryson, who is now 33 years old, was arrested on a misdemeanor charge for loitering and prowling. He also had a felony charge of possession of a controlled substance. You see it there if you're looking at the screen. After posing as his younger brother, Brent Leaks, at the time of his arrest, Bryson was later charged with an extra count of giving a false name, address, or birth date to a law enforcement officer. Let me tell you something. This young man is not even he's obviously he ain't my son. I'm not related to him at all. And when I first read this story that he gave the officers his brother's name, I was pissed. And I know Lanithia was pissed too. Why would you do some mess like that? Let me ask y'all a question. If your older sibling gets arrested and they give the officers your name and you yourself have a clean record, do you then no longer talk to your sibling? Like what happens after that? Anyway, here's a breakdown of the charges. Bryson received $1,850 for loitering, and then he earned another $1,850 for lying to the cops about his government name. But the possession of a controlled substance really did him in because it's a Schedule II controlled substance. Possession would wound up being $2,400. So Bryson was notified of a pending court date and advised that he needs to show up or face serious consequences. He was on probation when he recently got arrested and was found with this controlled substance. Okay, this is a serious offense. So he has to show up for court. He was originally scheduled to be behind bars until January 3rd, 2024, but he was able to be released 3 months ahead of schedule. So it may or may not be a curious situation because he was free 3 months ahead of the schedule. Spokespeople from the jail records department and sheriff's office could not promote further info as to why he was released. Well, he was released because his mama is famous. I'm pretty sure Nene pulled some strings and had her baby boy, well, he ain't her baby, but her son released from jail. Or somebody probably showed him favor because he is Nene Leakes' son. You know, she talked about in an interview with Carlos King, she talked about people criticizing her for not, quote unquote, helping her son. And she stated that, her son needs help. And she stated that she has tried to help him a lot. And I believe it. I believe she has, she has means, she has resources. And I'm pretty sure she has tried to get him into rehab and, tried other means to get him help. But you guys know the saying, you can bring a horse to water. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. He's an adult. And he has, how many children does he have now? 2? Oh, remember when his child's mother was causing all that ruckus on the internet? That was a hot mess. Just embarrassing yourself and your family. Anyway, I wish Bryson nothing but the best. And hopefully Nene can just hold on. It's a lot going. Nene got a lot going on. She really has a lot going on. And she has a support system. So I'm pretty sure she will be perfectly fine. All right. This guy right here, Jussie Smollett, he's checking into rehab, y'all. I think he's trying to avoid going to jail. Okay. Apparently he is going through a lot. His team, they're not saying why. He's not saying why he's going to rehab. But according to TMZ, the Empire Star was checked into a rehab treatment facility. It's currently unclear why Jussie Smollett, who's 41, has decided to seek help or what exactly he's recovering from. However, a rep for the entertainer shared that Jussie has had an extremely difficult past few years. He has quietly been working very hard for some time now, and we are proud of him for taking these necessary steps. What do you guys think? Do you think this is BS? Now, listen, if people need help, I strongly encourage people to seek help, and reach out and take advantage of resources that are available to them. But this whole story, can we take Jussie's word? I mean, he was found guilty of lying, basically. Jussie Smollett's rehab stay comes after his legal troubles with the Chicago police. You may recall that in 2020, he was indicted by a Cook County grand jury on 6 counts of felony disorderly conduct for making 4 false police reports surrounding a fake hate crime. On January 29, 2019, Jussie claimed that he was attacked by Cheeto 45 supporters as he walked to get food late at night. However, it was eventually revealed that he paid 2 Nigerian brothers to help him stage the entire ordeal. And there they are, his accomplices. How come they ain't facing no jail time? Is it because they snitched? But if they weren't an accomplice in committing a crime, wouldn't they get like probation or something like that? I don't remember. Remind me, did they get any like legal ramifications because of their commitment to fraud? Anywho, in March of last year, he was sentenced to 150 days in county jail and 2.5 years on probation. But see, they want to give Carlee Russell a year in jail. I can't. I don't get it. Anyway, in addition, he was ordered to pay around $120,000 in restitution and fined $25,000. After serving, he only served 6 days in jail, y'all. 6 days in jail. An Illinois appeals court ordered that Jussie be released from jail as he awaits the verdict of his appeal. So he is in the process of appealing his sentence. But he's out on bail, bond, or what have you. He only served not even a full week, not even a 7 days, and he out on bail. But they want Carlee Russell to go to jail for a year. I don't know. I know there's 2 different states, so I guess, What do you guys think, though? Can we trust Jussie? Juicy, we can't trust you. You be lying. You be out here lying. Now, listen, I'm not trying to be insensitive. If he needs help, I suggest you go and get the help. But when Juicy going to get locked up? If Carlee Russell got to do the time, then Juicy got to do the time too. Okay? I don't know, y'all. Let me know what you think. All right, let's get to the main event, the feature freaking presentation. Listen. Free at last, free at last. Megan Thee Stallion is free at last. Free from what, you may ask? Her contract with 1501. So this is according to Billboard. Let's get right to the nooks and crannies. After more than 3 years of litigation over a record deal she calls unconscionable, attorneys for 1501 announced today, that the 2 sides, that's Meg and 1501 / Carl Crawford, have mutually reached a confidential settlement to resolve their legal differences. Under the deal, Megan and 1501 will, quote, amicably part ways, end quote. Give it up for Megan Thee Stallion getting her freedom. I'm here for it. Both Megan and 1501 are pleased to put this matter behind them and move forward with the next chapter of their respective businesses, 1501 said. In the same statement, the label's president, Carl Crawford, said that he and his company wish Megan the very best in her life and career. Specific terms of the deal, including whether any money changed hands, were not disclosed. Yeah, shady. The settlement could signal the start of a heated competition to sign the new record deal with Megan. Now, Megan Thee Stallion recently took to social media last week to let the hotties know and let everyone know that she is releasing music independently. She's going to be releasing a new project. When, we don't know. She didn't put a date on it or anything. And she said that it's going to be 100% funded by her. She has the money. Why the heck not? I think that she should do it. I wouldn't doubt if there are record labels behind the scenes that are kind of like, presenting some offers to her. Maybe she has a pending deal, and maybe part of the pending deal, this is all speculation, this is just my assumption, me in my head, right? My imagination. Maybe one of the record labels that's offering her a deal is encouraging her to put out an independent project to see how it does before they put any money behind her. That's just a speculation. Like I said, we don't know. All right. So I'm all for Megan going the independent route. Why the heck not? I think that as she grows in the industry, I think she needs to learn, how to be independent. She needs to learn the business, the way that the business is nowadays anyway. A lot of these record labels, they are sinking ships and they're suffering, and they're still handing out terrible contracts just like they were years ago. It's even worse now because sales are down. Streaming has taken over. People are not purchasing hard copies. Pure sales are kind of low. So this is the streaming era. So I think Megan should definitely invest in herself, and I think that she should just be brave and go for it. Take the risk. Yeah, I'm here for it. So the article continues. The court dispute later mushroomed into additional litigation. Megan, she filed the latest case in February of 2022, claiming that 1501 was refusing to count her 2021 Something for the Hotties as an album, a key distinction since she must produce 3 albums under her record deal. 1501 quickly countersued, arguing that the Hotties contain just only 29 minutes of original material as opposed to I think like 31 or 35 or something like that. So in August 2022, Megan filed a new complaint seeking more than $1 million in damages. The new filing says that 1501 systematically failed to pay enough royalties and had wrongfully allowed for excessive marketing and promotion charges. Again, 1501 quickly struck back, calling the damages demand baseless and arguing that it was actually Megan who owes millions of dollars. A judge ruled last December that the case would need to be decided by a jury trial, but any actual courthouse showdown had been repeatedly pushed back as the parties continued to battle in court over other issues, like whether Roc Nation CEO Desiree Perez would need to sit for a deposition. In April, Megan, she leveled new allegations that 1501 drained its bank accounts in an effort to avoid paying eventual damages. Last week, Megan hinted that some kind of settlement could be in the offing, saying during an IG live that I have no label right now. So like I said, that is the live that I was referencing. She says she ain't got no label. I kind of saw this coming. So basically, I guess they're not going to court. They decide to amicably split. If memory serves me correct, I remember hearing something similar to this. It was like TMZ reported this very same thing. So they're not going to court. I mean, I wish they would have got a little bit more detail. They decided to quote unquote part ways. But what about her money? I guess that's what they're not disclosing to the public. Like the money that Carl says Megan owes him, what happens with that? And vice versa. Megan says they owe her money. What happens with that? Carl still owns her masters. Last I read the reports. So is she going to get her masters in her publishing? So I really wish they would have kind of like let the public know, but I understand. It's probably some sort of underhanded deal that works out for them, kind of, sort of, but they don't want to let us know. I don't know. Now, here's the thing. If Megan is accusing Carl of hiding assets and this goes to trial, then that means that there's going to be lawyers and things digging into his forensic accountants and things, digging into his assets. Carl probably didn't want that. Megan Thee Stallion basically said that once she got with Roc Nation, as far as management is concerned, she got real lawyers, that quote unquote real lawyers, her words, that told her that the deal that she has with Carl is bogus. So if Roc Nation got these heavy hitter lawyers and they start digging and going through stuff, they might find some stuff that Carl has been trying to keep secret, especially based on who he's affiliated with. I'm just saying. So yeah, you might want to bow out gracefully, Carl. I'm glad that Megan Thee Stallion is off 1501. I know a lot of people they're not fans of Megan Thee Stallion. That's fine. As far as on the music side, I think it's time for her to part ways from Carl. I've said this before in previous commentary that I don't believe that Carl really knows what he's doing as it pertains to being a record executive, record label owner. He doesn't handle his business. And I'm not saying that solely because of Megan Thee Stallion. If you look at his other quote unquote artists, they're not there either, and they're saying that Carl owes them money. So something ain't in the milk ain't clean, Carl. Something in the milk ain't clean. So go ahead and cut Megan loose. Megan, you go ahead and put out your independent project, see how it does, and who knows, maybe a record label will pick you up. Maybe you don't even want to sign to a record label if all works out for you. So it is what it is. So she's still with Roc Nation for management. So we shall see what happens. I wish her nothing but the best of luck. And I know some people don't, but I do. It is what it is. All right, y'all. That's all I got. Ain't got no more. I do want to thank you for watching. I want to welcome the new subscribers. And to my regulars, shout out to you guys as well. Drop down in the comments and share your thoughts. And until next time, I'll talk to you later.